Okay, so let's go now. When does the MC start? Or you're now is now after Jomino? Okay, this Jomino season is entering.
So during that season of Jomino, the 2007-8, that's when I believe the MC began properly. Because what happened now, we used to go to clubs to promote our music. Okay, so we go to Kani. There's a gig, say Sexy Saturday by DJ Gitch Boy. Say I'm going to come in to hype up my fans and promote my jams. Like what we call a club appearance today. So we used to do that back in the day. So I get into the DJ booth, big up the DJ, get on the mic, say yo, DNG ndani ya nyumba mambo vipi? Chocha, and then we play a jam, Banjuka remix, Chapa, Shake, whatever. And then I go and have my drink with my peeps. So as I used to hype, one of my boys called Robert Kongoro, aka the Robs. And this guy told me, Bana, bro, you're really good at what you do, man. Sasa itabidi walipe. Unajua ile kuchochwa. Msali nichochea huko eli. Itabidi walipe buda. Hii si kitu si free. Because nilikuwa napiga. So before I even introduce my jams, I do like a small set. Like what you used to do with K-Crew Afrakata. Yeah. In the DJ booth. Yeah. So I'm doing like a set of many jams. I'm hyping up many jams. Then I say, are you ready for my new track, Shake? And I introduce. I do my, let's say, one verse, one track, and then I chomoka. Because it's not a performance. It's just like
you're letting guys know DNG is a new jam.
So Kitambo, this is now you see we didn't have to do YouTube. Even YouTube, we didn't understand what's happening here. So promotion of music used to be radio, TV, and then clubs, and DJs were matri.
What is that guy called again? DJ can not K-Trix.
Wengi.
Yeah.
K-Trix, Kalonji,
yeah.
There are many guys who've done mixtapes.
Yeah.
For promote mangoma za Kenya. So that's how we used to make do publicity for our jams. So you see now here we're not performing in high schools or campus anymore, but we still have to reach our audience. So the club scene was where it was at. So you hit the big clubs, the Resoras, the
so in a night how many clubs
Black Diamonds, just depends. We do a roster.
Okay, wait, chill. Let's first get this.
So my boy Robs really encouraged me and told me that I can commercialize what it is that I'm doing so well, because going on stages and going to clubs and bigging up people and getting them excited in the dance floor, getting ready to jump to my song, he saw that as an art form on its own, apart from the normal music performances that we're doing. And I decided to take it seriously. I decided to give it a shot. And when I was looking at coming into this industry as an MC, like any businessman or entrepreneur, you have to do a SWOT analysis.
Strengths.
Check your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, right? So my strength was energy. That is not natural for me. People ask me, do you take drugs? Utumia nini? Situmiangi kitu. Hata sasa inaweza piga show na ibambe. Yani for me it's like a switch. Come on, let's go. It's like turbo, a car with turbo for those who are enthusiasts.
Just hold on. Ibufunga hapa. So you do as you said, you have to do a SWOT analysis.
Yeah. So I checked my strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. I realized that energy is my thing. So I decided, let me capitalize on this, because I also realized that there's an opportunity there, because not many people were doing this kind of MC.
Who was doing it?
In fact, apart from like guys like Spliffstar, Spliffstar is Bass Rhymes hype man. Apart from him,
no, so you're not locally known.
Local, I'm getting there. So internationally, Spliffstar stood out for me. Fatman Scoop, of course, stood out for me. So locally, when I started, I and DJ Ngibuini. Do you know DJ Ngibuini?
Yep.
DJ Ngibuini used to DJ at Resoras in West. He and I started this MC thing at about the same time. So he was doing his thing in the club. I decided to do my thing in concerts. So Ngibuini and I were the only guys who were turning up a crowd. Although before we started doing this thing, even DJs never used to speak into the microphone. Like a DJ just used to come play music and go home. So we set up something different. I felt like what was lacking in concerts and music events and festivals was energy. Coming from a backdrop of previous MCs who are comedians, I felt like, okay, thanks for your time. It's our time now.
So now the MCs who would be called for events would be the KJs.
Yeah, the KJs, the Big Teds, the Big Kevs, the Nyambanes. Those are the guys I found when I started doing my MC.
Yeah.
Okay, so those guys were doing comedy. So I realized it's an opportunity because, comedy is great, but you can't crack jokes the whole gig. What do people want? People have come for a concert to have a good time, to turn up. So I realized that is what people want. People want to drink their drinks, put their hands in the air, have a good time. Like they just don't care. And that's what I packaged and I sold. So I started doing...
What do you mean you packaged it and sold it? Explain that bit.
So I had to package it because it was an unknown venture, so to speak. Hype emceeing had not existed. Therefore, I had to create it in my own way, localize it in a way that Kenyans can understand, and sell it like to agencies, promoters, event organizers, etc.
So what would you do? And you're in school still at this same time,
So I'm still in USIU, and I'm still an artist, but I'm also trying to get into emceeing at the same time. So I'm just managing.
2000
It's about 2000, and if I recollect correctly, around 2007, thereabout.
Okay.
Thereabout. 2007 plus minus 1. 2007, 8. So again, it was progressive. So what I started doing, I started telling the guys I knew who would organize events, Gitch Boy, Homeboys, etc., that hey, I want to be an MC. People are like, an MC? Can you MC? Ebu, come and show me how you MC, because people didn't understand what I wanted to do. So I had to now do my first couple of shows for free.
Yep.
So like I'd go to Sexy Saturday, I tell Gitch Boy, put me on as your MC, and I'll do it for free. So he's like, okay. He's already seen me hype up guys in the club anyway.
Yeah, so he's like,
it's
a bit of trust.
Yeah, it's a bit of trust. So he's like, Sasa, you come do your thing. Pro
Bro,
bono.
you're saying Gitch Boy. That's how way back this is.
Yeah, so that's way back. So it's Gitch Boy, those kind of people. And then at going, I MC my show. I ask him for like complimentaries for myself, for my guys, so that I can have like squad. So I check in with my entourage. Jomino taught me that, like, whenever an artist is going somewhere, go with your crew, go with your people, go with your team. This is now even before today, like where we have a team of guys doing my behind the scenes documentation, have a producer, what. Those days, it was just kirende to mabeshte, my boys, twende supportiane, sasile na DJ wanachocha wananichocha kwa booth, kwa DJ booth.
And who are these guys? Guys you'd be in USIU with?
So it was a mix of both. There were some guys who were my USIU buddies, some guys who are like from Jomino, like Kina Robs, etc. My manager at the time, Muti, and we just kept doing it. So I did these gigs. I started showing event organizers that we can do events differently. Like, you don't need to get a corporate MC who is boring. You don't have to get a comedian who will do jokes. Let's do energy. So I packaged that and I showed them how to do it. So after the success of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gigs, now it became a paying thing. So I remember Homeboys calling me for a gig. Actually, before Homeboys, I remember teaming up with Blackstar. And
Smalls and Edu G.
Yeah. And there was a guy called Marshall Waikenda, who was the former CEC for Kiambu County. Under the Kabogo government, yes.
Marshall was in Blackstar.
Yeah, Marshall was a director at Blackstar. So Marshall currently is a political advisor at State House. He's my former boss.
What?
So what happened? This I remember correctly.
Let me shock you. Way back when I started CTA, he's one of the people I had an interview with, but under Chase Bank. So
what happened in about 2008? There, about I think 2008. That's my second year. Getting into my second year, I fell out with my mom because I was partying too much, coming home late, coming early. Like, my mom was not feeling this lifestyle of the turn up and this. And there's one day she told me, "Hii nyumba si lodging." Unakuja unaoga unakula unaenda, unakuja unaoga unakula unaenda. Hii si lodging bana. So I had so much of this kuzushiwa all the time. You know, African moms out there pigisha ukelele bana. Unaonanga mama flako. What is? Analeta shida hapo. So that's how African moms are, man. When they decide to descend on you with
they come down.
The
gift of the guy.
Yeah. So one day I told my mom, na wewe pia hutakuwa unanizushia sana hivi bana. Mbona kila wakati ni kelele? Hii si nyumba yako. enda kwako. Pale utakuwa unakuja venye unataka. Isi lodging. So I told my mom, sawa basi enda. 2008. Believe me, the next day I'd moved out of that house.
What?
So I moved out of the house without knowing where I'm going to sleep. I took a pickup from Kenyatta Market. I got my taxi guy Maina to negotiate for me good price with the guy for pickup. Transport. Wale wasako na ile kimbao iko na carton imeandikwa transport. Yani wale wasaperewa uko na shilingi ngapi. So I got the guy. He even like helped me dismantle my bed. I got a kafundi, a big guy called Petero. Big shout out. He's my fundi till today. For like whenever we're managing our properties and he, we need repair work, that's the guy. So Peter and this dere, this idea me, dismantle my stuff. So I had a bed. I moved out to my bed, my mattress, my obvious sheets and duvet. I moved out, I had a radio, like a small radio, easy hi-fi. So ile kona speaker mbili na cassette alafu DVD. Nikama na hiyo. And then what else did I have? And a wardrobe.
Where were you going?
I went to USIU. So now I knew there were like some empty house huko. My hostel, I can ingia. So then as I'm moving, I called my boy. My boy had a 1-bedroom, it's called Megwe Runji. Big shout out the Meg. So Megwe was my pal. We used to have drinks pamoja, he was my nigga. So he had a 1-bedroom house. So I told him, Chief, in this 1-bedroom bana, say move in manze and then we split the rent. So Megs, I don't know if you want me to say this, but alikuwa nalipiwa hiyo hao na budake 10k. So nikamwambia kila mwezi mimi ndakuwa nakulipa 5k. Sasa amepata biz. Na sisi ni mabeshte. So tukagawanya hiyo room nusu mkate. Room ya side yake na side yangu ni kama dormitory hivi. Si 1 bedroom. Pande yangu iko na bed yangu na wardrobe yangu, pande yake iko na bed yake, wardrobe yake. Yaani ni ile design ya sharing is caring. Ukikuja na mtu wako leo mimi ndio referee. Kesho nikikuja na mtu wangu when ndio refa. Yaani kaende katambe buda. So I moved into USIU and it's late. So now we panga logistics for okay, yeah we don't cook, so what do we do? Again, every cook me don't cook fam. So huko kuna hizi ma restaurants cheap 80 bob umekula dondo na chapo. Huko tu fiti na kasukuma kubie 80 bob. Yaani budget inacheza chini. Akiwa na float ya buda tunakula kwa cafeteria kama mapunk. Mimi na hustle. So what I did I made a commitment to pay rent without knowing where I was going to get the money because I didn't have a job. So this is like the beginning of 2008. So I reach out to Blackstar. So one of my friends called DJ BK, big up, right now he's in Uganda on a radio station there. He plays there. So he was playing for Blackstar. So I'd seen him with this Blackstar t-shirts and all that. He was also again USIU. So I tell him,
he was in Bapo as well.
He was in Bapo as well. Ben Kuyu. I tell him, my G, this Blackstar, do you have an MC? He tells me we don't have an MC. Because Blackstar was a group of DJs that was formed after Code Red broke up.
Yeah.
So some guys went their separate ways. So it was Smalls, Kenyan G, Mr. C, Waikenda, etc. And also Shazi was like an affiliate of Blackstar. So confidence BK I asked BK, where's your office? I want to come to your office to meet your CEO. The office in West. Kwanza ifika West ipotea. I don't even know where it is. It was like a small car road.
Opposite Sarit.
Yeah, opposite Sarit. Then it fungukas into like a digs. So I find it. I ingia. So BK introduces me to Marshall Waikenda, who's the MD. The managing director at the time. So I tell Marshall, skiza my G, me, I need a jobo. I've fallen out with my lady. I've now moved out on my own. I've rent to Lipa. All I need is you to pay me 5k. I even told him how much I want. I told him per gig, just give me 5k. I didn't ask for 50 Gs, didn't ask for 100 Gs, asked him for 5k. Now I knew Blackstar had gigs every week. Every week they were in clubs, fam. Every week. So every time there's a gig, they deploy a DJ, and now I propose to them deploy a hype man also, so that we shikisha this show. So the guy tells me, okay, so wacha we pick a trial. Kani, client, viceroy. Ooh, my guy, kwanza hi puko yo sayu, let's go. It was like a weekday farm, like a Thursday, a random night. It shaken. I was given paka retainer and t-shirt. You know that Black Star t-shirt was like
gold.
It was like gold, man. Part of Black Star, man. Only MC or Black Star. So it was a thing even in Shule. So guys are listening to me, where are the next gigs? So I'm just asking Michelle for the roster. He tells me.
So hold on. So that thing was a success, crazy.
Yeah.
So the guy was like, what do you mean? I'll give you this 5K per gig.
And then I really gelled with their DJs, Kina BK and Mr. C. Like we became really good friends, and our stage energy was brilliant. So we just started working together and making it work. So
what do you do? Give us an example of a DNG hype set.
So like today, currently?
Yes. What are your elements? What, you know what I mean?
So my hype set is based on music. So music is the core. Music actually is the core of my entire business.
Yep.
My agency, 254 Entertainment, started as an entertainment company first, then metamorphosized into an agency.
Yep.
So even when we do activations, it has to be fun, it has to be lit, it has to be turned up, it's got to be memorable, it's got to be exciting, it's got to be fresh. So that's my brand. That's what I sell to everybody, be it the president or the guy selling sugar. It's like, that's what you can expect. Even like yesterday, I was speaking to some clients who were asking me to MC a wedding. I don't do weddings, but there's a personal friend that is like, yo, you have to MC my wedding. Oh, how can I get an MC and you're my boy? So I was telling the guy, it's called Bro, big up, in the calm. So, we're discussing, and they're like, when you walk into a room, people already know what to expect. Like that's the difference between me and any other entertainer, because my brand promise is renowned. Be it corporate, be it a concert, be it a birthday party.
It's about to get lit.
Now, what we need to decide on are the parameters of how far we can take it. Are we buying mamas, rushing them in the air, or is it becoming, ladies and gentlemen, what's happening? Good evening. It can take whatever paradigm the client wants. So I evolve depending. I'll do serious gigs for corporates. I'll do presidential events, first lady, I'll do stand-up concerts in Nakuru in the stadium. I'll do one in Kibera.
I get it.
NYS launch. Piga that reggae, tell Unye to piga, job done.
Okay, I get it.
So it just depends on who. Some they want me to dress up into a character. Like I did one where I was dressed up as a cowboy.
But still the same lit.
Still the same litness, just with a theme. Some client events have themes, especially like end of year parties.
Yep.
I've done one where it was old school, Chase Bank. There's several guys. Amref, we did an old school party.
Hey bro, you've done a lot.
Yeah, it's
for real. You are saying name.
I adapt accordingly.
Okay, so now you join the Black Star team.
Join Black Star and it's popping.
How many gigs are you doing a week? So the rent umepata.
So it's not consistent. It's like depending. Also, you see, as an agency, you book talent according to
what they're paying.
The job. The jobs that you land. So meaning that if you have 3 gigs this month, I'll do 3 gigs. If you have 4 gigs, I'll do 4. If you have 5, 6, I'll do 6. So the rent is just in there. By me, I just know per month I need bare minimum 5K. If I can make another 5 extra to fuel my whip, then I'll ingia with class. Because I had a starlet, and it was on.
And now this Moti, you had bought it when? When did you buy your first Moti?
After my Cora Chums checked in.
Oh yes.
And I bought this car from Effie Hunja. Effie Hunja used to be a TV presenter on Nation. Nation Television. Before NTV.
What?
He was my neighbor in Ngumo. I was introduced to him by Steve Mitaro. I bought the car. Then I pimped it out at Marsh Auto. They did it for me free of charge. Pro bono.
Why?
Auto. Because I emceed a gig of theirs called the East African Motor Show.
Okay, so
part of my package deal was
pimp up my ride.
Pay me plus pimp up my whip sale.
Yo.
Because they have the workers.
I get
and the paint. So they did for me pearl white, Nini rims.
Yo. That's great.
Then I bought my speakers, I put a woofer at the back. And I was popping, bro. I was in this Nairobi, man, standing like my daddy.
Okay, so now this Black Star thing.
And by the way, to qualify, having a car, Kitambo, was everything.
Yeah, it was.
And you are a young guy with a whip.
Yeah, it was everything.
Paka night, my game changed from being in the school bus in USIU to having a car. So now I'm driving to school like a lecturer.
And in USIU, were you doing anything? Were you organizing any gigs for USIU? Were you involved in school?
Yeah, so I did a few projects. Like I did, there's another thing we did there for HIV/AIDS awareness. I think it was in partnership with LVCT. We did that, and then obviously it's a couple of events for Shule. Then what I started doing, I started bringing activations to school. So I set up 254 Entertainment in 2003. 2008, I beg your pardon. Okay. 2008. That's when I set it up. But then I incorporated in 2009. So as I was exiting Blackstar into 254 Entertainment now full time, now I'm starting to get clients and all that. That's now when I started taking activations to Shule. So some of
I get it.
The clients I've worked with, I worked with at that time were guys like Celtel. So before Zain, there was Celtel.
Yep.
Before Airtel, there was Zain, then Celtel. You know what I mean? So Celtel, we did Celtel Idols.
Because you've got the market into the uni.
Yeah. So what happened? In fact, one of my clients, who was a friend who became a client, told me or asked me, like, in this USIU, man, I just keep seeing you posting these photos of Turn Up. Can you bring young guys? Can you help us mobilize young people towards this brand? I'm like, yeah. You think I knew what activations were? No. Me, I just knew if you tell me to bring for you 50 fly chicks and 30 nice looking dudes,
I got you.
If you have a venue and you want me to like direct traffic towards it, I can market for you in Shule.
So guys in Chuo, guys knew you as the guy.
I'm an entertainer, msanii. So guys used to ask me if weekend tunaenda kuna concert, kuna concert wanakam. Kuna like a gig in a club wanakam. Kama tu tunaenda tu drink some out of Nairobi tunaenda.
Yeah. Okay.
So mimi mse wa form sahi Shule.
Let's go back to this Blackstar thing because you've talked about exiting it. Me, I'm like, I want to understand the period that you were in Blackstar. What did you do? Because now you're doing something that nobody had been doing before. Hype man, Scoop, kind of.
Yeah. So I work with Blackstar. So like they're keeping me busy.
How is the market? How is the market receiving this?
The market is already lit. Like you see, already they know my name, my brand, DNG, Gina, tayari najulikana.
Yeah.
Then I'm bringing in hype to parties. So you see, parties already have like people in attendance. So it's just making sure that experience of those revelers is lit, it's enjoyable, it's fun, and then watu wakate maji. So that we're tying in the client. So let's say it's a Tusker gig or a Viceroy gig or whatever. We're pushing product mentions. So that's something like we introduced. And I was like, yo, apart from just activating and having fly chicks, sampling, let me push this product in the middle of the set. Give me a mzinga, I MC with it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like I'm MCing, I have a drink. I'm swinging guys shots. Nani nataka shots mzee ya Viceroy. Namwagilia wasema shot hapo, yani inakuwa noma. Na kama unataka Viceroy ingia kwenye bar shilingi, I push the product. Yeah. You get what I mean? So it's an experiential lifestyle that I'm selling real time. So the client, from an ROI perspective, sales are happening real time.
Yep.
I'm marketing
anytime
the brand.
Opens his mouth, guys.
Guys are drinking. They drink. Anytime I say, put your glasses in the air, watu wangapi wako na mzinga ndani ya nyumba? Kama una mzinga unasikia aibu unabai. Be mzuri. Unaelewa?
Yeah.
That's what I sell for clients. That's what I do. That's what my agency does.
So a lot of the clients who are going to the Blackstar were mostly drink clients because they're doing clubs.
Clubs, yes.
Yeah, so clubs, you're trying to, the product in clubs is drinks.
So now later, I switched it up. I even took Zain and Airtel to clubs, selling airtime. Because in a club, you need to communicate with your friends who are coming. You need bundles. This was the time before Wi-Fi was in a club. So you had to buy bundles, manze.
Yep.
To call guys, to order a taxi, nini. You have to communicate. I've done all that. Okay,
so tell us more about this Blackstar experience. So now,
so they kept me busy, and it also now gave me.
And you're also doing outside Nairobi.
Blackstar mostly was Nairobi.
Okay.
They had locked Nairobi clubs.
Who are the other guys who are in this scene at the time?
Doing events of that nature?
Yeah.
There was Code Red. So I didn't work with Code Red much because I was working for the breakout clique. I've now really worked with Code Red much. There was I respect the hustle that stands has always had.
Styles needs to sit on this seat.
He's a pioneer, my G. Big shout out Stingo. Let up MPESA. So then there were like the normal agencies, Homeboys. So funny enough, after guys seeing me do that thing for Homeboys, for Blackstar, other brands started now calling me for gigs. So like Homeboys brought me on for gig, like I did the Celtel competition at Uhuru Gardens, where they awarded Major as their finalist. So Major was a breakout star from Nyeri who won that competition.
And now went under Clemo.
Yes. Then now Clemo was one of the judges, and then he gave him a record deal. I emceed that gig. Then now with working with Homeboys.
Just to show guys how long ago this was. This is Major hadn't even become a musician.
Yeah, man. Even I don't remember the year. Then working with Homeboys opened up EABL. So Homeboys was handling Tusker. That's how I started working out on Tusker Project Fame. So I used to handle all the eviction parties. Ooh. So when Gaetano and Nikki, this is Tusker Project Fame.
Oh, Tusker Project Fame. Sorry.
So when Gaetano and Nikki are finished with the show that used to come on television, then the evictee
goes to a
club. It was used to call it the eviction party.
Okay, eviction party.
Tusker Project Fame eviction party. So it used to be in different clubs in the city. So I started emceeing those gigs. They put me on a roster.
Yo, so that's a weekly gig.
Yeah,
and that one is not 5K.
Yeah, that one is not 5K. That one I took my rate card now to like 25.
Nice.
And now here you see now at this stage, I'm working without a manager now, because now I've broken, like it's like I moved from Jomino. I've set up my company, but I've not yet started getting gigs with 254 Entertainment. But I've established, I've set up, I've registered Nini. But my goal is to be able to be at the top of the food chain, because I realized there's money. And I always felt like, instead of waiting for promoters to call me and offer me chums, why can't I go fish for these chums myself? Why pay myself how much I want? But I knew first I had to grow and also now intermingle with clients, because as you're emceeing a gig, you're meeting the brand manager, you're meeting the marketing manager, you're meeting the head of communications. You're building trust, building your relationships, building your networks, delivering A1 product or service. So that's how I did it. So emceeing one gig opened up with the Homeboys.
And Blackstar didn't mind you doing, or is this this cause riff?
So it was like transitional. So where Blackstar have a jobo, they call me. Where another agency has a jobo, they call me. You get? So now it became like more of like freelance.
I get.
So now I'm working with different people. You see?
And do you have any competition at this time?
In terms of hype MC, no. Maybe DJ Nijo, but at the time he was still focused as a DJ, not as an MC. You see? So I was alone in this paradigm. I'm solo. I'm pioneering an industry that doesn't exist.
Yo, bro.
So I'm proving to guys. Some guys don't believe it can work. Nini haters, gazeti wanaandika takataka. So before social media, guys trolling with free Wi-Fi, there was gazeti writing about a whole page. So but anyway, I kept pushing the brand. So I started working with other agencies like True Black, the late Big Kev. He gave me a lot of work. And this now I'm pushing my rate card higher. It's at like 50 Gs.
And are you
because of demand? Like agencies now are looking for me.
What?
I don't know these people, but they are calling me.
So now they're calling you. You don't have to go and do proposals.
Yeah, they're calling me, man.
Maybe the guy was in the club and he said, I like that. Even me, I need to do this thing.
So people are like, DNG, I'd like you to MC a gig. How much do you charge? So this is now before a rate card in. This time people don't know how much I charge. So now grow too. Now I'm trying to push it. So nowadays, Homeboys will pay me 20, 25, 35. I keep pushing. I've always keep pushing my clients to pay me better. As also my brand is growing, my influence is growing, my performance is getting better.
So guys here may be hearing 300k, they start smiling, not knowing there's a time you are getting 5k.
Yeah, or 0.
25k or 0. You get what I mean?
Yeah. It's a journey. It's a journey
16. How many years? You said
16 years.
16 years of MCing, bro.
Of entertainment.
Okay, of entertainment.
From when I released my first song in 2003 December to December this year will be 17 years.
Yo. Okay, I get it. So the MC still life is still over 10 years.
Still over 10 years. Yeah, maybe even over 12.
Yeah. Yo, this is cool. Okay, so now you've have you stopped being an artist? Or now let's talk about this Chapa remix, because you talked about
yeah.
Blackstar.
So it's like I'm doing a bit of both.